Right now, Rihanna is under attack. And I'm not talking about social media drama. I'm not talking about some petty beef. I'm talking about actual bullets, actual gunfire, actual attempts on her life. And what's crazy is nobody's connecting the dots, because this isn't the first time. It's not even the second time. There's a pattern here that's absolutely terrifying. And before we go any further, you need to leave a like and subscribe right now, because the people who don't want this story told are going to do everything they can to silence it. This video needs to reach every single person who cares about Rihanna's safety, because when you see what really happened, when you understand the timeline, when you realize how many times someone has tried to get to her, you're going to understand why this is one of the most disturbing stories in entertainment history. And we're also going to talk about how 50 Cent just exposed an entire relationship scandal involving Papoose and world champion boxer Claressa Shields, because somehow all of this connects to a larger pattern of targeting celebrities. Hit that like button right now. On March 8th, 2026, just days ago, Rihanna's Beverly Hills mansion was attacked. Not broken into, not vandalized, attacked with an AR-15 style rifle. A 35-year-old woman named Ivana Lizette Ortiz from Florida drove all the way to Beverly Hills. She found Rihanna's home and she fired approximately 10 shots at the property. The bullets penetrated through Rihanna's exterior wall. They struck her front security gate. And here's where it gets absolutely terrifying. They hit her Airstream trailer that was sitting on the property. Now, for those who don't know, Rihanna and A$AP Rocky were actually inside that Airstream trailer when the shooting happened. Let me repeat that. They were inside. The bullets were flying. They could have been killed. And it gets worse. Rihanna's 3 children were at the home. Her mother was at the home. Her entire family was there. This wasn't just a random shooting. This was targeted. This was planned. And the timing is what's really suspicious here. Because according to reports, this woman somehow knew to start shooting when Rihanna was outside in her trailer. How did she know that? How did she know Rihanna would be in that specific location at that specific time? Something about this doesn't add up. Now, the official story is that Ivana Ortiz is mentally ill. And look, there is evidence to support that. She has multiple arrests on her record. In 2023, she was placed in a psychiatric hold. She lost custody of her children during that time. Her own family members have confirmed she struggles with mental health issues. And when you look at her social media history, it's disturbing. She had multiple posts specifically targeting Rihanna, erratic videos talking about her, direct threats against her on social media. She even sent her ex-husband a message telling him to renounce Rihanna and claiming she was better than her. There's a clear obsession here, a fixation, a documented trail of instability. Right now, Ivana Ortiz is being charged with 14 crimes: attempted murder, assault with a firearm, 10 counts of assault with a semi-automatic firearm, 3 counts of shooting at an inhabited dwelling. The bail is set extremely high, and Rihanna and her family are thankfully safe. But here's what bothers me. Here's what I can't stop thinking about. This isn't the first time someone has tried to get to Rihanna. Jason Lee from Hollywood Unlocked just revealed something that changes everything. He went on his platform and told a story that most people never heard about. Years ago, when Cardi B was pregnant with her son Wave, she was in Los Angeles recording music, and she needed a place to stay, so she rented Rihanna's home. Now, Cardi had security at the gate. She had protection. She thought she was safe. But one night, a man broke into the house. He got past security somehow. He made it inside, and he woke Cardi B up in her bed. Now, Cardi B is from the Bronx. She's Dominican. She's not the one to play with. Jason Lee said, and I quote, "She had to run and get that thing. You know what that means. She had to protect herself." But here's the crucial detail. The man wasn't looking for Cardi B. He was looking for Rihanna. He broke into that house specifically to find Rihanna. When he realized it was Cardi B instead, he was startled. But the intent was clear. He was there for Rihanna. So now we have 2 separate incidents, 2 different people, 2 attempts to target Rihanna's life. And I'm sitting here asking the question that nobody else seems to be asking. Who is sending these people? Because when you look at celebrity stalking cases throughout history, there's usually one person, one obsessed individual, one isolated incident. But Rihanna has had multiple attempts on her life, multiple people trying to get to her, and the methods are different, the people are different, but the target is always the same: Rihanna. Now, some people might say, well, she's one of the biggest stars in the world, of course she has stalkers, and that's true. But there's a difference between a stalker and an assassin. There's a difference between someone who shows up at your house trying to see you and someone who shows up with an AR-15 trying to end you. The Ivana Ortiz case is being framed as mental illness, and maybe it is. But when you have a pattern of multiple attacks, you have to start asking deeper questions. Is someone encouraging these people? Is there a network of individuals who are being radicalized against celebrities online? Are there forums, groups, or platforms where this hate is being amplified? Because in 2026, we know how dangerous online radicalization can be. We've seen it with political figures, we've seen it with public officials, and now we're seeing it with entertainers. Rihanna has built an empire. Fenty Beauty, Savage X Fenty, her music catalog, her partnership with A$AP Rocky, her family. She represents Black excellence. She represents female entrepreneurship. She represents success on a level that very few people ever achieve. And with that level of visibility comes risk, serious risk, the kind of risk that requires presidential-level security. And here's what really gets me about this whole situation. The media coverage has been relatively quiet. Yes, the story was reported. Yes, people talked about it for a few days. But where's the outrage? Where's the demand for better celebrity protection laws? Where's the conversation about how someone from Florida can drive across the country with an AR-15 and get close enough to a billionaire's home to fire shots? If this had happened to a politician, there would be congressional hearings. If this had happened to a tech CEO, there would be national security investigations. But because it happened to Rihanna, a Black woman in entertainment, the story gets treated like just another celebrity news item. And that's not okay. That's not acceptable. Rihanna deserves protection. Her family deserves safety. And the people who are orchestrating or encouraging these attacks need to be exposed and held accountable. Because I don't care what anybody says. I don't believe in coincidences when it comes to multiple assassination attempts. There's something deeper going on here, and we need to keep talking about it until we get real answers. But now, let me shift gears for a moment, because while Rihanna is dealing with actual threats to her life, there's another celebrity targeting situation that just exploded, and it involves 50 Cent, Papoose, Claressa Shields, and a man named Maserati Bud. And when you understand what happened here, you're going to see a pattern of how celebrities get attacked, exposed, and torn down in public. It all started around Christmas 2025. People noticed something strange on social media. Claressa Shields, the world champion boxer, was at the Louis Vuitton store by herself. Meanwhile, her boyfriend, Papoose, was spotted at a coat store with his wife, Remy Ma. Wait, what? His wife? I thought they were getting divorced. Yeah, that's what everybody thought too. Papoose and Remy Ma had publicly announced they were separating. There were cheating allegations on both sides. Remy accused Papoose of cheating first. Papoose said Remy was the one who stepped out. It was messy. It was public. And eventually, Papoose started dating Claressa Shields. Now, Claressa Shields is not just any woman. She's the undisputed middleweight champion of the world. She's considered the greatest female boxer of all time. She has Olympic gold medals. She has world titles across multiple weight classes. She's a legitimate superstar in the boxing world. And she fell in love with Papoose. She's been public about her feelings for him. She's defended him online. She even dedicated a love song to him on her birthday, calling him loyal and faithful, even though he's still technically married to Remy Ma. But people have been clowning Claressa, telling her she's being used, telling her that Papoose only wants her for the money and the clout.
Because let's be real, Claressa Shields has more money than Papoose at this point. She has more mainstream recognition than Papoose. And people were saying Papoose is just riding her wave while he waits to see if things work out with Remy. And that's when 50 Cent decided to enter the conversation. Because of course he did. 50 Cent is the messiest man in hip-hop. I'm not even saying that as an insult, it's just a fact. The man lives for drama. He lives for trolling. He lives for stirring the pot and watching the chaos unfold. So around Christmas, 50 Cent posted an AI-generated video trolling Papoose and Claressa's relationship. The video used clips from the movie Toy Story. It showed Woody saying, "Everything I did for you. I did it because I love you. Don't you feel the same way about me?" And then it cuts to another character saying, "Me? Love you? You gotta be crazy. I used you. You're a toy. You're a freak." The implication was clear. 50 was saying Papoose is using Claressa, that he doesn't really love her, that she's just a means to an end. And the internet went crazy. People were laughing, people were sharing, and Papoose was furious. So Papoose responded. He went back and forth with 50 on social media. He defended Claressa, he defended their relationship, but 50 kept trolling, kept posting, kept stirring the pot. And then, fast forward to March 2026, Papoose decided to drop a diss track aimed at 50. The song is called Agent Provocateur, and it's actually fire. I'm not gonna lie, the bars are there. Papoose went in. He called out 50's history of beefs. He questioned 50's credibility. He accused him of being a chaos agent who profits off drama. And hip-hop fans were loving it. Because let's be honest, 50 Cent needed to get checked. He's been running wild for years, talking crazy about everybody, and nobody really pushes back effectively. But Papoose did. And it seemed like maybe, just maybe, Papoose was going to come out on top in this exchange. But then 50 Cent did what 50 Cent does best. He went nuclear. Instead of responding with a diss track of his own, he decided to expose Claressa Shields. On March 13, 2026, 50 Cent posted a photo of Claressa with a man named Maserati Bud, and the caption was brutal. He was basically saying Claressa had been cheating on Papoose with Maserati Bud around Christmas, the same time Papoose was with Remy Ma at the coat store, the same time Claressa was alone at Louis Vuitton, and 50 claimed he had receipts, ring camera footage, text messages, proof. Now, Maserati Bud is a Miami-based artist who's affiliated with G-Unit. He's part of 50's circle. And when 50 made these allegations, Maserati Bud started posting his own receipts. He dropped videos, he dropped screenshots, he dropped messages between him and Claressa. And listen, when you look at the evidence, it's clear they had something going on. Now, Claressa tried to deny it at first. She went on social media and said she didn't know Maserati Bud. She said he was just a fan who asked for a picture once. She said he was a stalker who had been posting pictures of her without her knowledge. But then Maserati Bud dropped the text messages, and the text messages tell a completely different story. In the messages, Claressa is clearly romantically involved with him. She's talking about being crushed when he was with other women. She's asking what he's going to do if she gets a boyfriend. And here's the key detail. According to Maserati Bud, Claressa left him to be with Papoose because Bud was in a polyamorous relationship. Bud said, and I quote, "You got mad because I got 2 or 3 girlfriends. You said you didn't want to be a part of that, so you went with Pap because he only got 1 wife." Now, let me be clear about something. Technically, Claressa wasn't cheating on Papoose, because according to the timeline, she was with Maserati Bud before she got serious with Papoose, so she was single at the time. She was exploring her options, and she chose Papoose over Bud. But here's the problem. She lied about it. She said she didn't know Maserati Bud. She said they were never together. She tried to frame him as a stalker, and when the receipts came out, it made her look dishonest. It made her look like she was hiding something. And now the public is questioning everything about her relationship with Papoose. Is she really in love with him, or is she just settling because she didn't want to be in a poly relationship? Does Papoose know about Maserati Bud? Was he aware that she had other options before choosing him? And most importantly, is Papoose really faithful to her, or is he still playing both sides with Remy Ma? Because let's not forget, Papoose and Remy Ma still haven't finalized their divorce. They were spotted together at Christmas, they're still legally married, and there are rumors that they might be trying to work things out. So Claressa is sitting here defending a man who might not even be fully committed to her. She dedicated a whole love song to him on her birthday. She's calling him loyal, she's calling him faithful, but the man is still married to someone else. And now, thanks to 50 Cent, her past relationship with Maserati Bud is public knowledge. Her credibility is being questioned.
And the internet is having a field day clowning her. And this is what 50 Cent does. He doesn't just win beefs, he destroys reputations, he exposes secrets, he turns public opinion against his opponents by revealing uncomfortable truths. Now, some people believe that Papoose's real issue with 50 Cent isn't even about Claressa. They think it's actually about Remy Ma. Because years ago, Remy Ma publicly shouted out 50 Cent and said how special he was to her. She revealed that while she was locked up in prison, 50 was writing letters to help her get an appeal. He was supporting her. He was showing up for her in ways that maybe even Papoose wasn't. And there's a throwback video that Live Bites posted, showing 50 and Remy together at an event. They're laughing, smiling, looking comfortable, and Papoose is off to the side, kind of looking away, clearly uncomfortable. So people are connecting the dots and saying, oh, Papoose has been jealous of 50's relationship with Remy for years. That's why he's really mad. And honestly, that makes sense, because the level of anger in that diss track seems personal. It seems deeper than just 50 trolling him about Claressa. It feels like old wounds being reopened. But here's what's really interesting to me about this whole situation: the pattern. The way 50 Cent weaponized information to target Claressa and Papoose, the way he used social media to amplify drama and destroy relationships, it's the same playbook that's being used against Rihanna in a different way. Stay with me here. With Rihanna, you have individuals who are being radicalized online. They're consuming content that paints her as a target. They're building obsessions. They're being fed information about her location, her movements, her family, and eventually they act on it. With Claressa and Papoose, you have 50 Cent using his massive platform to expose personal information, to weaponize past relationships, to turn public opinion against them, to humiliate them. In both cases, you have powerful people being targeted through information warfare. The methods are different, the outcomes are different, but the core tactic is the same. Find the vulnerability, expose it, amplify it, and watch the target crumble. And this is what's so dangerous about celebrity culture in 2026. There's no privacy anymore. There's no protection. Everything is public. Everything is weaponized. And the platforms that enable this behavior, they profit from it. They get the clicks. They get the engagement. They get the ad revenue. While the celebrities get death threats, stalkers, and assassination attempts. Now, I want to be clear about something. I'm not comparing what happened to Rihanna with what happened to Claressa. One is a literal life or death situation. The other is relationship drama and reputation damage. They're not the same, but they exist on the same spectrum of targeting. They're both examples of how vulnerable celebrities are in the modern media landscape, and they both show how quickly things can escalate from online drama to real-world danger. Because here's what people don't understand. When 50 Cent posts about Claressa and Papoose to his 30 million followers, he's not just making a joke, he's directing millions of people to scrutinize, judge, and attack them. Some of them are going to take it too far. Some of them are going to send death threats. Some of them are going to show up at events. And in extreme cases, some of them might do something violent. That's not 50's intention. I'm not saying he wants anyone to get hurt, but the impact of his actions extends far beyond his control. And the same is true for whoever or whatever is radicalizing people against Rihanna. Whether it's conspiracy theories, jealousy, mental illness, or something more organized, the end result is the same. People with weapons showing up at her house, people breaking in looking for her, people putting her family at risk. And until we have a serious conversation about celebrity protection, online radicalization, and the responsibility of platforms and influencers, this is going to keep happening. And let's talk about Claressa for a moment, because I actually feel bad for her. She's a world champion boxer. She's accomplished things that most people could never dream of. She's broken barriers in a male-dominated sport. And now she's being reduced to messy relationship drama because she fell in love with the wrong man. Or maybe not the wrong man, but a complicated man. A man who's still tied to his ex-wife. A man who's become a target of the messiest person in hip-hop. A man who dragged her into a beef she never asked to be part of. And now her reputation is taking hits. People are clowning her online, questioning her judgment, saying she should have known better. But love doesn't work like that. You can't always control who you fall for. And Claressa clearly loves Papoose. Whether that's smart or not, whether he deserves it or not, she's all in. She's defending him publicly. She's standing by him. And honestly, I hope Papoose appreciates what he's got, because Claressa is a rare woman. Successful, strong, loyal, beautiful, accomplished. If he fumbles this, if he ends up going back to Remy, if he breaks Claressa's heart, man, he better run, because she's a professional fighter, and she's not going to take betrayal lightly. But this whole situation with 50, Papoose, and Claressa is really just a microcosm of a larger issue. Hip-hop culture has always celebrated beef. We love the drama. We love the diss tracks. We love watching rappers go at each other. But in 2026, with social media amplifying everything, beefs don't stay contained anymore. They spill over into real life. They affect families. They ruin relationships. They create actual danger. And platforms like Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok profit from it all. They have no incentive to stop it, because conflict drives engagement, and engagement drives money. So they'll keep letting it happen. Keep letting influencers weaponize their platforms. Keep letting trolls send death threats. Keep letting stalkers find personal information until something tragic happens. And even then, they'll just issue a statement, update their terms of service, and move on. So what's the solution? How do we protect celebrities like Rihanna? How do we prevent situations like what happened to Claressa from spiraling out of control? First, we need better security laws for public figures. If someone crosses state lines with a weapon to target a celebrity, that should be a federal crime with serious consequences. Second, we need social media platforms to take responsibility for the radicalization that happens on their sites. If someone is posting death threats, location information, or violent intentions, they need to be immediately reported to law enforcement, not just banned, reported. And third, we need celebrities to invest in presidential-level security. I'm talking armed guards, multiple layers of protection, surveillance systems, and threat assessment teams. If you're worth hundreds of millions of dollars, you need to protect yourself like you're worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Fourth, we need to change the culture around celebrity gossip and beef. We need to stop celebrating when people get exposed or torn down. We need to recognize that behind every headline is a real person with real feelings and real safety concerns. And fifth, we need the justice system to take these cases seriously. Ivana Ortiz is facing 14 charges. That's good, but we need to make sure she actually serves serious time. We need to send a message that you cannot attack celebrities without facing severe consequences. So now, looking forward, what are we going to see? First, I think Rihanna is going to massively upgrade her security. She has to. After 2 attempts on her life, she can't afford to take any chances. I wouldn't be surprised if she moves to a more secure location, maybe even leaves Los Angeles for a while, because Beverly Hills, as fancy as it is, clearly isn't safe enough. Second, I think we're going to see more celebrities speaking out about stalking and security threats. Rihanna's situation is going to force a larger conversation in the entertainment industry, and hopefully that leads to real change.
Third, I think the Papoose and Claressa situation is going to get messier before it gets better, because Remy hasn't really weighed in yet, and you know she's watching all of this unfold. If Papoose is really trying to work things out with Remy, Claressa is going to be devastated, and if Papoose stays with Claressa, Remy is going to have more to say. Either way, this love triangle is far from over. Fourth, I think 50 Cent is going to keep doing exactly what he's been doing, because it works. He gets attention, he gets engagement, he gets to control narratives. And until there are real consequences for weaponizing social media platforms, he has no reason to stop. And fifth, and this is the big one, I think we're going to see more incidents like what happened to Rihanna, because the precedent has been set. People see that you can get close enough to a billionaire's home to fire shots. You can break into celebrity houses. You can find their locations online. And security isn't always enough to stop you. That's terrifying. That's a blueprint for future attacks. And until we fundamentally change how we protect public figures, this is going to keep happening. And here's what bothers me the most. When politicians are threatened, the FBI gets involved immediately. The Secret Service steps in. Resources are mobilized. But when entertainers are threatened, it's treated like a local police matter. Why? Rihanna is worth over $1 billion. She employs thousands of people. She's a cultural icon. She deserves the same level of protection as any elected official, but she doesn't get it because our society values entertainers less than politicians, even though entertainers often have more influence and reach larger audiences. It's a double standard that needs to end. And if you're a hip-hop fan, if you're an R&B fan, if you care about Black excellence and female entrepreneurship, you should be demanding better protection for artists like Rihanna, because she's not just making music, she's not just selling makeup, she's representing possibilities. She's showing young Black girls that they can build empires, that they can be mothers and moguls, that they can have it all. And when someone tries to take her out, they're not just attacking her, they're attacking what she represents, and we can't let that happen. So with all that said, let me know what you think. Do you believe Rihanna is being targeted as part of a larger pattern, or do you think these are just isolated incidents with mentally ill individuals? What do you think about the 50, Papoose, and Claressa situation? Is 50 wrong for exposing Claressa's past relationship, or is this just hip-hop beef as usual? Do you think Papoose really loves Claressa, or is he using her while he figures things out with Remy? And what about Claressa? Should she have been more honest about her relationship with Maserati Bud from the beginning? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you made it to this point in the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. Your support means everything and allows me to keep bringing you these deep dives into the stories that matter. I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching. But in the meantime, if you want to see how celebrity security has failed in other high-profile cases and what can be done to prevent future tragedies, you're not going to want to miss this one. So check out the suggested video. Peace.